Hey everybody, what's going on? Sorry, the Elysian Lemur, Dusty Mill here, and I'm bringing you something a little different. Instead of bringing you a Let's Play video, I'm bringing you my top 10 list of Pokemon that should get a Mega Evolution, because there will, without a doubt, be more Mega Evolution Pokemon in the future. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to split this into basically a 5 and 5 thing, where 5 will be kind of Pokemon that people love that are getting a Mega Evolution, then 5 that maybe people don't use so much, because that's kind of what they're doing with the Mega Evolutions. They gave some that people love, like Charizard, Blaziken, Mewtwo, and then they've given some that weren't really used that much, like Absol and Kangaskhan. So without any further ado, let's get to it. We're going to start off with the top 5 Pokemon that people love, really, that should get a Mega Evolution. And number 5 belongs to every starter that did not get one. It doesn't make sense for only like 4 starters to get one. Give them all one, except for I guess the 6th gen ones, because I think they did say that no 6th gen Pokemon would get a Mega Evolution. I don't know if that's just for this game, or maybe they'll get some in the future, I don't know. But you know, everyone has those like emotional ties to their starter. You pick one, you train it up, you beat the Elite Four with it. Most people just don't get rid of their starter because they almost have like an emotional tie to it. And they're not bad, but they could be better. So that's why you give them a Mega Evolution. Let the starter Pokemon be used more frequently. And plus, Mega Meganium. Who would not want that? I mean, imagine the design. Yes. Wait, it's missing something. Ah, there we go. Much better. Alright, number 4 belongs to Tentacruel. Now, Tentacruel's already a pretty widely used Pokemon in terms of competitive battling. He's not so much when it comes to just people casually playing, and I think if you gave him a Mega Evolution, it would make it so people would actually stop running away or just murdering every Tentacruel that pops up. You would actually might even go out of your way to catch one, like people sometimes go out of their way to catch a Zubat to get Crobat. Alright, number 3 belongs to Yanmega. Now, they had Yanma, I believe in the 2nd generation, and he was alright. You know, I don't hate his design. His design's kind of interesting. And he also did have an interesting type, you know, bug and flying. And then when they released Yanmega, it was finally their chance to have a bug dragon type. Now, he looks like a bug dragon, but as they've shown with previous Pokemon, just because you look like a dragon doesn't mean you will be a dragon. So they messed it up and made him bug flying still. So I believe if they gave him a Mega Evolution, that could be a way to correct it. Make him a bug dragon when he Mega Evolves. We could finally have a bug dragon type. You know, boost up his speed and his special attack, and there you go, you've got a threat. He's already really good as it is, so bug dragon Mega Yanmega would just... oh, the power. The power! Alright, number 2 on my list belongs to Milotic. Now, without a doubt, Milotic is definitely one of the more popular 3rd gen Pokemon, but it's in the underused category in terms of its usage online. I think a Mega Evolution could be just what it needs. It's got a pretty cool design. I think a Mega Evolution design could be even cooler. Maybe give it another type, maybe Water and Fairy. And of course the stat boost that goes along with a Mega Evolution. Alright, and number 1 belongs to Hydreigon. Now this one's almost for me, but also for everyone else too. Hydreigon is just awesome. Dark and Dragon. I've always liked Dark types, and I love his design. I'm not sure what they could do to add on to his design. I've seen some where like he's got cannons on his shoulders, which I'm not really a huge fan of. Maybe they could turn his wings into blades or do something. I don't know what they could do. Just make it something that looks really cool. Although it may boost Hydreigon into the Ubers category because he's already got really good stats. I don't care. I just think it would be freaking awesome. Alright, and now we are going to look at the 5 Pokemon that people don't really use that much and I think deserve a Mega Evolution. Just like how Kangaskhan was never used really, and then got a Mega Evolution, and now it's everywhere. So starting off my list, number 5 is Raichu. Now, I highly doubt that they'd give Raichu a Mega Evolution because I don't think they want to take away the focus from Pikachu being the mascot, which is why Raichu is number 5 on the list. I just think it'd be really cool. You could boost up his speed and his special attack or whatever. I believe he already got a little speed boost in the 6th generation, but it's not really enough to make a huge difference. And Raichu has always been one of my favorite Pokemon. So, you know, give him some Mega Evolution, boost him up a few tiers, make the Pikachu line, you know, a bigger threat than it is now, because as it stands right now, it's not a very big threat. As far as typings go, I don't know, I could kind of see Electric and Fairy. I don't want him to constantly be adding Fairy type to stuff, but maybe Fairy is just what Raichu needs for him to really be taken seriously if he can just murder dragons right on the spot. Number 4, and you probably all already guessed that this Pokemon would be on here because of the concept art that was drawn, Cofagrigus. I'm sure you've all seen the one where he's coming out of the coffin. I think that would just be perfect for him. Something they could do is when he Mega Evolves, give him the fighting type and give him stance change. So he could use like Protect or something and go into his coffin and his defenses get risen back to how they are normally, or maybe even boosted because he's a Mega form now. And then when he comes out to attack, you know, the stance change. He comes out of the coffin, his defenses drop, and his attack and maybe speed rise. Now number 3 belongs to Zangoose and Seviper. Now normally I was just going to pick Zangoose because I'm not too big on poison types anyways, but since Zangoose and Seviper are kind of like the rival Pokemon of the 3rd generation, if Zangoose got one, Seviper would get one. And I do really like both of their designs, but their stats are rather unimpressive. I mean, Zangoose has really good attack and pretty decent, I guess, speed, but the HP and the defense and stuff just leave more to be desired, and Seviper's kind of the same thing. It's got pretty decent attack and special attack, but then the defenses are just bad. So, you know, give him Mega Evolution, boost the stats up, you know, make him more of a threat. I mean, Zangoose looks like a threat already. Seviper, not so much, unless you have like a fear of snakes or something. I don't see Seviper being a threat, but Zangoose looks like a threat. And I think a Mega Evolution would just be perfect for them, because a regular evolution, not so much. Like, usually when a Pokemon evolves, their pre-evolution stage looks like something that would evolve, but Zangoose and Seviper, they look like a fully evolved Pokemon already. So the Mega Evolution, I feel, would fit perfectly for them. Alright, and now number 2 belongs to Walrein. I always thought Spheal was pretty cute, Celio was pretty awesome, I guess, and then when it finally evolved into Walrein, I thought he just looked... I just loved his design. And his stats are not bad. They're pretty decent, but it's not really enough for him to be a big threat to anything. And I keep using the word threat on some of these Pokemon because I want them to be a threat. Kangaskhan, like I mentioned earlier, was not a threat. Now it is a very big threat. Now normally when a Pokemon Mega Evolves, it usually boosts 5 of its stats. I don't know if I saw one that boosted all of them. I think for the most part it boosted all of them except for 1. So, you know, boost all of his stats up a little bit, except for maybe leave his speed alone or something, or his HP. His HP's fine. And maybe they could come up with a new ability just for him, because I don't see Thick Fat working very well, considering he already resists Ice and Fire type. He's just damaged normally by it. Alright, and my number 1 Pokemon that I think is very underused and deserves a Mega Evolution, Eevee. It's definitely a unique choice, I would say, but when people catch Eevee, they never want Eevee. They want something it evolves into. Jolteon's really fast and has very good special attack. Umbreon's a tank. Flareon is getting a lot more use now that it knows Flare Blitz with its very high attack. Vaporeon has very good special attack and HP, and not to mention pretty decent special defense. Glaceon has pretty good defenses, especially for an Ice type. Very good special attack, and pretty good special defense. Then Leafeon's got, you know, pretty good attack, speed, and really good defense. Espeon's fast and special attack, just like Jolteon. And Sylveon's almost like a special attacking, special defense tank. But then you just have poor Eevee over here with really bad stats. And if they were to give him a Mega Evolution, I think he should be the only Eeveelution that gets one. I would love to run around with a Mega Umbreon or something, but Eevee needs something that lets it stand out, so people actually would want to use it, and giving specifically just Eevee a Mega Evolution and boost its stats up a lot because they are really bad, that would just be absolutely perfect, and I think it's something Eevee really needs. It's one of the more favorite Pokemon, I would say, but he's only favorited because of what he can evolve into. Alright, so there's my list. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments what your list would be. What Pokemon would you like to see have a Mega Evolution? Or maybe even another Mega Evolution, since some do have 2. Alright, well, remember to like, comment, subscribe. If you want me to make another top 10 or whatever video, just let me know in the comments, and if I like the idea, I'll do it. From Zuri the Elysian Lemur, I'm Dusty Mill.